Hi, I'm Charla with Freezer Meals 101. Welcome to this week's edition of What's for Dinner. So this week was actually a great food week. I mean, we usually have really good food weeks, but this one had tons of variety and there was kind of something for everyone because there was one day where I made the seafood stuffed shells that not everybody likes, but I love them. So those are the ones that took us so much time to put together. And I don't know if we're ever gonna make them again because of how much time they took, but I'm gonna enjoy them while they last. So I just took the foil cover off of that and put them in the oven. I think I might have started baking them with the cover on and then removed the cover for the last little bit of baking. If you want, you can top them with some extra mozzarella, but I just ate them as is. And so there were just a few of us that ate those that night and the rest of the family ate leftovers, which is okay because the next night we had the Swedish meatballs on rice and I don't eat beef. So that night I had leftovers of the seafood stuffed shells while the rest of the family had the Swedish meatballs on rice. So it all worked out, totally fair, right? The Swedish meatballs I cooked in the slow cooker, so super easy, just went from the freezer bag to the crock pot and onto the plate. Now this week we tried something new, but kind of a classic. So when I did the video on make ahead pasta meals, you can find that right there. I had tried an idea that someone in our Freezer Meals 101 group had given me, and that is that to take my usual baked tortellini recipe, which usually has 2 jars of Alfredo, and to do 1 jar of Alfredo and 1 jar of pasta sauce. So I gave that a try and it was good. She was not lying. It was really good. I don't think it'll completely replace the Alfredo one because we'll still make that from time to time, but this will be thrown into the rotation as well because yeah, it was good and equally easy to make. So this one had sliced mushrooms and onions in it, and yeah, it's just a really good, topped with cheese, all the things for a pasta bake. So there was one completely new recipe that we tried this week, and that was the Hamburger Goulash. And if you watched my ground beef freezer meals video, I will put the link for that there, then you'll know that it was so popular that there wasn't even enough for one of my sons. And not because it doesn't make a large amount, because it does, but because so many people had seconds and even thirds. So this one will definitely go into our make again column. It was one of those kind of all-in-one casserole-like meals and obviously super popular in this house. And lastly, we had taco salad. Now I made this with a veggie beef substitute, so I used Eve's Mexican veggie beef and fried that up because I still prefer the texture of it being fried up like ground beef. And then the rest of the recipe is the same. I will put the link for the recipes down below, or you can find them in the Freezer Meals 101 Club, of course. But for the taco salad, I just heated that up in the skillet and then put it over some romaine lettuce with avocado, green pepper, some sliced baby tomatoes, and topped it with cheese for an always delicious meal. Thank you for joining me on this week's edition of What's for Dinner. I'll see you again next week and happy cooking.